Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. SSET Englishtown.
Hello and welcome to another SSET video. Today we are doing a writing class. We are doing our 4 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. Today we are doing Grammar Zone 2. So you will need this book, Grammar Zone 2. And we are doing pages 26, 27, 28 and 29. So make sure you have your Grammar Zone book. When you have your book, then you can get started. Alright, so let's get started with our video. Today we are doing lesson 9 and lesson 10. Alright, so let's get started. On page 26, let's start at page 26. Alright, make sure you have your book. You're ready to go, page 26. Now, have a look at the yellow box here, the yellow box. Today we are talking about the simple present. Now, we previously did the simple present. If you have a look on page 20, just to remind you, on page 20, we talked about the simple present previously. Simple present. Now, the other time we talked about simple present was when we were talking about what people do every day. So for example, you go to school. So that is talking about simple present. We go to school. The clown works in the circus. Now, do you remember we did some exercises about the circus? We were talking about simple present and present continuous. Now, the first example of simple present that we did, we're talking about things that people do every day and things that do not change. So the clown is tall. The clown is tall. So you can't change that. The clown is tall. I have a bicycle, and also things you like. So I like sports, or I like English, or I like teaching. So there are things that you like that don't change. So that's talking about simple present. Now, today we are going to talk about simple present. Some more examples of simple present. Some more examples of simple present. So have a look at your yellow box on page 26. Page 26. Have a look here. Let's read it. Now we can use the simple present also to talk about what people usually do. Now here is their examples. He is a firefighter. He is a firefighter. He puts out fires. Now that is his job that he does every day. He puts out fires. I am a teacher. I teach English. I don't teach Spanish. So I teach English, I don't teach Spanish. Alright, so let's do the examples. Now, number one here. The first question is already done for you. They catch or catches robbers. So they catch robbers. They catch robbers. Number 2, Tony is a policeman. He have a whistle or he has a whistle. He has a whistle. So underline has. Number 3, we work for the fire department or we works for the fire department. We work for the fire department or we works for the fire department. Which one is correct? We work for the fire department. So underline work. Number 4, they use ladders or they uses ladders. They use ladders or uses? They use ladders. So underline use. Number 5, Kate is a doctor. She help sick people or she helps sick people? Which one? She helps sick people or she helps sick people? She helps sick people. She helps sick people. Remember the exercises we did previously when we were talking about Peter plays basketball. Peter plays basketball. Now remember we were talking about subject and predicate. Subject and predicate. I know that this is a pretty hard word to remember, but all you have to remember is the predicate is what the subject is doing. So the subject is Peter. Subject is Peter. Predicate is what Peter is doing. So what is Peter doing? Peter plays basketball. Peter plays basketball. Now, one other example that we did was subject-verb agreement. Do you remember that? Subject, verb, agreement. Subject-verb agreement. Peter plays basketball. Peter plays basketball. What is the subject? The subject is Peter. Subject is Peter. What is the verb? Remember, the verb is a doing word, an action. The verb is plays. Now, do these two agree? This is correct. Plays or play? Peter play basketball or Peter plays basketball? Peter plays basketball. So the subject and the verb, they agree with each other. They are happy. So Peter plays basketball, subject verb agreement. This is correct. Now, if this was Peter play basketball, Peter is still the subject. The verb, it's still play. That is still a verb. But is the subject and the verb, are they happy together? No, because they don't agree. Because play is incorrect. Play is wrong. So Peter plays. So the reason I showed you this was because this is very similar. This is very similar. Number 5, Kate is a doctor. She helps sick people. She helps sick people. That is correct. She helps sick people. She help sick people? No, that is not correct. So the verb here is not correct. So that is subject, verb, and do they agree? So she helps sick people. Number 6, I cut people's hair or I cuts people's hair. Which one is correct? Remember this, subject, verb agreement. I cut people's hair or cuts? I cut people's hair. I cut people's hair. Number 7, my dad is a firefighter. He wear a yellow coat or he wears a yellow coat. Peter plays basketball. Peter play basketball. He play basketball or he plays basketball. Same with this one. He wear a yellow coat. He play basketball. No. He wear a yellow coat. No. He wears a yellow coat. He wears a yellow coat. So underline. It's like play and plays when we were talking about Peter. Peter plays basketball or Peter plays. So Peter plays basketball. He wears a yellow coat. He plays basketball. Now what if it was she? She. Is it she play basketball or she plays basketball? It's same. She plays basketball. What about they? They play basketball. They wear a yellow coat. So it doesn't change. It's always the same. All right, and the last example, number 8. He teach basketball or he teaches basketball. Same here. He play basketball or he plays. So it's with the S. He plays basketball. He teaches English. He teaches English. Excuse me. He teaches English. All right, so there we go. Make sure you underline those correct choices there from number 2 to number 8. All right, let's move on to exercise number 2 on this side. Exercise number 2 is we have to complete the sentences with the correct forms of the simple present. Now the words are on the right hand side of your page here. You either have to use this word in the gap or you have to change the word according to the sentence. So let's have a look at them. Number 1 is already finished. 1. Tom drives a red engine. Drives. Tom drives a red fire engine. Number 2, I don't know if you can see that because of the light. So Tom, there we go. Tom drives a red fire engine. Now the second one is protect. Protect. That means to keep people safe. Keep people safe. So number 2, we protect the people in this town, or do you have to change it to something else? We protects the people. No, it's not protects, it's we protect the people. So we keep the people safe in this town. So we protect the people. Number 3, the word is carry. Is carry. Erica, carry the post in a big bag. Erica, carry the post in a big bag. That is not correct. So we have to change carry. You have to change it to something. So what would you change it to? Erica carries. Erica carries. Remember, this is the same as our example here. Peter plays basketball. When you have a name, it's the same thing. Carry. Carrie plays basketball. Carrie. Erica carries. Erica plays basketball. Erica carries the post in a big bag. Number 4. They, now the word is rescue. They rescue, that means to save somebody, to save somebody. They rescue people in danger. They play basketball. It's not they plays. When you have they, it changes, not with the S. So Peter plays with the S is correct. Peter plays basketball. They play basketball. This one is the same. Rescue. They play basketball, no S. They rescue. So that doesn't change. It doesn't change. They rescue people in danger. This is talking about firefighters. All right, now this one is different. Lucy, talking about Lucy and studying. The word is study. So remember, we have a name here, just like Erica carries. Okay, so Erica carries. So number 5, Lucy. Lucy study every day. Lucy study every day. Lucy study every day. Remember, Erica carries. Peter plays. So this one has to have an S. Lucy studies every day. So you have to change it. No Y. Change the Y to I-E-S. Studies every day. Number 6. The word is deliver. That means to bring something to someone. For example, if you order a pizza on your telephone, or mom or dad order a pizza, and the man on the little motorbike comes to your house, so he is delivering the pizza to your house. He is bringing you something that you ordered. So deliver, number 6. Greg, now this is the same. Greg, we have to put an S here because we have a name. This one was Lucy studies, Peter plays. So this one is Greg delivers. Greg delivers. Greg delivers letters to people's houses. Number 7 is drive. Now this is you. You drives a white car, or you drive a white car. You play basketball or you plays basketball. So it's not plays. You is special. You play basketball. So what do you think this one is? You drive a white car. Correct. No S. You drive a white car. All right, last one, number 8. The word is use. I uses my radio to talk to people, or I use my radio to talk to people. I play basketball, or I plays basketball. I play basketball. So no S. So I use my radio to talk to people. I use my radio to talk to people. All right, let's quickly go through these again. So number 1 was Tom drives a red fire engine. Number 2, we protect the people in this town. Number 3, Erica carries the post in a bag. Carries. 4, they rescue people in danger. Number 5, Lucy studies every day. Good on you, Lucy. Number 6, Greg delivers letters to people's houses. Number 7, you drive a white car. Number 8, I use my radio to talk to people. All right, make sure you have those answers down. If you don't, just pause the video because I'm going to erase. And that is the end of our first page, page 26. All right, so let's go on to page 27. Now, have a look in the yellow box. We will do this together first. Now we are talking about articles. Articles. These are very hard for you to write. Articles are the, un, or a. Most of the time you know how to use these two, un and a. You use un when you have a vowel is the next letter of you when you start. An apple. A pineapple. This is not a vowel. This is a consonant. Consonant. A for a vowel. A consonant. So a pineapple. A sandwich. An apple. An onion. An orange. So they are vowels. All right. So let's do this. Now here we have, they give you 2 or 3 words and you have to make a proper sentence. Now remember, check is they did do it. X is they didn't do it. They didn't do it. Okay? So let's have a look at number 1. Number 1 is already finished. Lisa and teacher, you have to make a sentence. So they have done it for you. Lisa is a teacher. Lisa is a teacher. And X, she doesn't do, is she doesn't use a ladder. She doesn't use a ladder. She doesn't use a ladder. All right, let's do number 2. Number 2, we have Carl is a man's name, boy's name, and policeman. Carl and policeman. So it's like Lisa and teacher. What is Carl? What does he do? Carl is a policeman. Carl is a policeman. Carl is a policeman. All right. Also, the next one, it has a check. Has radio. Has radio. We have to make a sentence. He has this word, a radio. Why do we use this here? Because he only has one. He has a radio. If he had 3 radios, then it would be he has 3 radios with an S. Right, but he only has one, so he has a radio. Carl is a policeman. He has a radio. Make sure you start with a capital letter and finish with a period. All right, let's move on to number 3. This one we have 4 words. Ken and Jane, doctors, check. Let's do that one first. Ken and Jane, doctors. So Ken and Jane, more than one. So more than one. So is, you don't use is because it's only one. Carl is. But Ken and Jane is 2. Ken and Jane. So what do you use? You don't use is, you use are. Ken and Jane are doctors. Ken and Jane are doctors. 2 people. Ken and Jane are 2 people. Doctors. S, plural, more than one, because we have 2. And they have an X, this one, an X. The 2 words are deliver letters, like a postman, deliver letters. They are doctors, so they don't deliver letters. So, how can we start? We can just use a pronoun here. They, because we have 2 people, they don't deliver letters. They don't deliver letters. They don't deliver letters. Ken and Jane are doctors. They don't deliver letters. All right, let's move on to number 4. We have I and firefighter. I and firefighter. Check. So, I am, and we have to use this article again. I am a firefighter. I am a firefighter. And period. I am a firefighter. This is I am only one person, so I am a firefighter. This one has a check as well. It is wear yellow coat. So I am a firefighter. I wear, I only wear one thing, so one yellow coat, so I wear a yellow coat. I wear a yellow coat. So number 4, I am a firefighter. I wear a yellow coat. All right, make sure you write these down as we go along. I'm going to erase 2 and 3. Let's do number 5. Number 5. We have Andy and mail carrier, like a postman. Andy and mail carrier. It has a check. So Andy, one person. So we don't use are like we did for Ken and Jane, one person. Andy is a mail carrier. Andy is a mail carrier, like a postman. A postman. Andy is a mail carrier. Now, we have a X. So he doesn't put out fires. So, I just told you the answer. So Andy is a mail carrier. Put out fires, X, no. He doesn't put out fires. He doesn't put out fires. So number 5, Andy is a mail carrier. He doesn't put out fires. What if this one had a check here? Had a check. So a tick, a check. So that means he would put out fires. So how do you change that? So he does put out fires. So all you have to do was change that from doesn't to does. He does change. He does put out fires. But this one has an X, so he doesn't put out fires. Number 6. We and hairdressers. We hairdressers. So we is how many people? 1. No, we can be 2, 3, 4. It can be many. So we don't use is because is for one person. So we are hairdressers. We are hairdressers. Period. We more than one. We are more than one. We are hairdressers. S, plural, more than one. More than one, more than one, more than one. We are hairdressers. And we have X here. Teach Spanish. Teach Spanish. No. So we are hairdressers. We don't teach Spanish. We don't teach Spanish. Now make sure you have apostrophe here because we have two words together. We don't teach Spanish. Make sure you have a capital S. It's like Korean, English, Japanese, Chinese, capital S because it is the name of the language. So Spanish and a period. All right, last one. I'm going to erase number 4. Number 7. You astronaut. You astronaut. So it is only one person, but remember, you is special. We don't use you is. You use are. So you are astronaut. Astronaut. Now, we have a vowel letter here, A. So what does go here? A or an? We are a astronaut? No. You are an astronaut. An. Because you have an A here, which is a vowel. A, E, I, O, U. So you are an astronaut. If you say it, you don't have to pronounce this. You are an astronaut. Just say it naturally. You are an astronaut. You are an astronaut. Now, what is the X here? The X is help sick people. No, help sick people. You are an astronaut. You don't help sick people. You don't help sick people. You don't help sick people because it had an X. So number 7. You are an astronaut. You are an astronaut. You don't help sick people. All right. Good job. So make sure you have these written down. If you don't, just pause the video and then start again when you're right to go. Now we have to do exercise number 4 down the bottom here. Exercise number 4. So I'm going to erase this, so make sure you pause if you have to. Number 4, we have to use a, an, or just leave a space. You can put an X there if you want. You use a, an, or leave a space, or put an X if it is a good sentence. So number 1, you are a firefighter. You are a firefighter. You are a firefighter. That one is already done for you. Number 2, you are space doctors. You are doctors. You are a doctors? No, because a is one. Doctors is plural, more than one. So you are an doctors? No, you don't use an, A-N, with a D word. So this one, just leave blank, X. You are doctors. That is a good sentence. You are doctors. Number 3, Linda is astronaut. We just did this, astronaut, remember? What did we use? An. Linda is an astronaut. So an. Number 3, an. Linda is an astronaut. Number 4, they are blank police officers. They are police officers. They are a police officers. A is one. Police officers. S is plural, so more than one. So no a. An, no, because you don't use an with a P word next. So this one is okay, just nothing. They are police officers. They are police officers. Number 5, we are hairdressers. We are hairdressers. Hairdressers, more than one. So it could be 2, 3, or 4, or many. So hairdressers, you don't use a and you don't use un. So that one is okay. Nothing for that one. We are hairdressers. That is okay. Number 6. Number 6. I am architect. I am architect. Architect starts with A. So, which one would you use? This one. Un. I am an architect. An architect is someone who draws. How can I explain it to you? They draw like drawings for houses to be built, or maybe a shopping center or a big tall building. They draw all the plans before they have to build the house or the whatever it is they're building. Okay, so an architect is someone who draws up all the plans for when the house or whatever it is going to be built. That is called an architect. Number 7. Patrick is blank teacher. Patrick, one person, teacher, only one. So Patrick is a teacher. Patrick is a teacher. All right, number 8. You are mail carrier. You are mail carrier. You is just the one, me. You are, which one? A mail carrier. You are a mail carrier. So number 1, you are a firefighter. Number 2, you are doctors. So nothing, X, nothing. Number 3, Linda is an astronaut. Un. 4 is nothing. They are police officers. 5, we are nothing, hairdressers. 6, I am an architect. I am an architect. 7, Patrick is a teacher. Patrick is a teacher. And 8, you are a mail carrier. All right, excellent. Let's move on. 27 done. All right, 28. Page number 28. Now have a look at the yellow box here. The yellow box. Now, before we've talked about verbs. You all know what a verb is, yes? Verb is an action. It could be running, talking, swimming, writing. Also the verb to be and the verb to have. So he is tall is the verb to be. He is tall. The verb to have. I have black hair, so I have something. So the verb to have. Also, the verb to know. The verb to know. We'll talk about that in simple present, like we've just been doing. All right, so the example here are, I know a firefighter. I know a firefighter. She knows some doctors. She knows some doctors. All right, let's do exercise number 1 on page 28. Number 1 is finished already. You have to complete the sentence with the correct form of to know someone. So I know 3 policemen. Number 1, that's already finished for you. I know. It's not a capital because it's not the first word. So I know. Number 2, they, something, how to use a ladder. How to use a ladder. A ladder is what the firemen use when they climb. So this is like Rex climbing up the ladder. Okay, so they climb up the ladder. That is a ladder. So they know. This one is just know. They know how to use a ladder. Number 3, she. Now, remember we did this before. Peter plays basketball. She plays basketball. Now, this is the same. She knows how to drive a truck. S. Peter plays basketball. She knows how to drive a truck. She plays basketball. Same, it has an S here. Number 4. You know a hairdresser. You play basketball. Not you plays basketball. You play basketball. This is the same. You know A hairdresser. And last one, number 5. He plays basketball. He plays S basketball. So this one has an S as well. He knows the doctors at the hospital. All right, let's go over these again. Number 1, I know 3 policemen. Number 2, they know how to use a ladder. Number 3, she knows, with an S, knows how to drive a truck. You, number 4, know a hairdresser. Number 5, he knows the doctors at the hospital, with an S here. He knows the doctors at the hospital. All right, can I erase those? All right, let's go. Good job. All right, last one for page 28, down the bottom here. We have to complete the questions with the correct question words. Now, we have to write the first word here, which means all of our words must start with a capital because it is the first word of the sentence. Number 1, if you look at the answers will help you when you are writing the question. All right, so number 1 is, something do you do? I put out fires. So what would the question be? Blank do you do? What do you do? Yes, what do you do? What do you do? I put out fires. So make sure you start with a capital here. Number 2, blank does he use? He uses a radio. What about this one? What does he use? What does he use? He uses a radio. All right, number 3. Blank do they help? They help sick people. Number 3, they help sick people. So it's talking about people here. So who do they help? They help sick people. Number 4, blank car is that? Answer, the policeman's car. Remember when you have something and you're asking a question, you say, whose car is that? It's the policeman's car. Whose car is that? Whose car is that? Whose pen is that? Whose book is that? All right, number 5. Blank does she drive? Blank does she drive? Oh, she drives a big truck. What does she drive? What does she drive? She drives a big truck. All right, number 6. Number 6. Blank do you work? We work at the post office. We work at the post office. So what would you start a question with? Where do you work? Where? So capital W. Where do you work? Oh, we work at the post office. Number 7. Blank does he do? Blank does he do? Answer, he cuts people's hair. So what does he do? Capital, what does he do? What does he do? He cuts people's hair. Number 8. Blank wears a yellow coat. Blank wears a yellow coat. The firefighter wears a yellow coat. The firefighter wears a yellow coat. Remember, we're talking about people here. So who wears a yellow coat? The firefighter wears a yellow coat. All right, last one, number 9. Blank book is this? Blank book is this? Answer, it is the teacher's book. So we're talking about someone having something. So if you're having something, like this book. Whose book? Whose book is this? It is the teacher's book. Whose book is this? All right, let's quickly go through them. Number 1, what do you do? I put out fires. Number 2, what does he use? He uses a radio. Number 3, who do they help? They help sick people. Number 4, whose car is that? The policeman's car. Number 5, what does she drive? She drives a big truck. Number 6, where do you work? We work at the post office. Number 7, what does he do? He cuts people's hair. Number 8, who wears a yellow coat? The firefighter wears a yellow coat. And the last one, number 9, whose book is this? It is the teacher's book. All right, that is the end of page 28. All right, we have one more page to go. All right, make sure you have these answers. All right, one more page, page 29. Now I'm going to ask the questions here, and you have your pencil and you find the answers. All right, number 1, Alan, do you know any dentists? Do you know any dentists? Alan, do you know any dentists? So which answer would you put in here? Alan, do you know any dentists? Answer would be, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Number 2, do we know any police officers? We, that is the clue. Do we know any police officers? Do we know any police officers? No, we don't. No, we don't. Next one. This is a clue as well. Does he know a doctor? Does he know a doctor? So you have to find an answer with he. Does he know a doctor? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Next one. Do they, that's a clue, do they know a firefighter? Do they know a firefighter? No, they don't. Do they know a firefighter? No, they don't. And the last one would be, does she, that is the clue, she, does she know any mail carriers? No, she doesn't. All right, make sure you draw your lines here. All right, exercise number 4. Exercise number 4 here. You have your answers in the yellow box. Answers in the yellow box here. So we have 6 questions. We have to complete the sentences with the verbs. These are the verbs in the yellow box. Number 1 is already finished. Teach. I teach English. Number 2. A fire engine. What is this? I drive. I drive a fire engine. I drive a fire engine. Drive. I drive a fire engine. Number 3. They blank sick people. They blank sick people. They help sick people. They help sick people. They help sick people. Number 4. They blank blue uniforms. They blank blue uniforms. Which one? They, like this, they wear. They wear blue uniforms. Number 5. We, this one is 2-word answer, 2-word. So, we something fires. We something fires. We put out fires. So put out. Put out means to make the fire go, stop. Put out the fire. We put out fires. And last one, number 6. We, and there's only one word left, we catch robbers. We catch robbers. Number 1, I teach English. Number 2, I drive a fire engine. Number 3, they help sick people. Number 4, they wear blue uniforms. Number 5, we put out fires. So put out means to stop the fire. Number 6, we catch robbers. We catch robbers. All right, make sure you have the answers there. All right, last. Exercise number 5 here. Exercise number 5. All right, look at the picture here. Have a look. It is a fireman. Good. Now we have to answer the questions. Number 1, what is his job? His job is a fireman. His job is a fireman. He is a fireman. He is only one. So he is a fireman. His job is a fireman. All right, number 2. What does he wear? What does he wear? He wears He wears a yellow coat. He wears a yellow coat. He wears a yellow coat. Number 3. What does he drive? What does a fireman drive? They drive a fire engine. So he drives S. Remember S. Remember Peter and the basketball. He plays basketball. So you have to use the S. He drives a fire. You can write fire truck or fire engine. So fire truck is okay. He drives a fire truck. All right, the last one. Number 4. What does he use? Now, I'm going to show you this. If you have a look here, this green thing that he's holding in his hand here, and it goes around on the floor, that is what? It is for the water. It is called a hose. So what does he use? He, again, S, uses a hose. He uses a hose. Number 1. What is his job? His job is a fireman. Number 2. What does he wear? He wears a yellow coat. Number 3. What does he drive? He drives a fire truck. And number 4. What does he use? He uses a hose. That is our last question. So that is the end. So this was Grammar Zone 2 for our 1C, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4 p.m. class. And today we did a writing lesson. It was lessons 9 and 10, pages 26 to 29. So that is all we have time for today. Until I see you again, be safe at home and bye for now.
Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. SSET English Town.